Your small feline companion often behaves in ways that seem completely nonsensical, but in reality, a specific message is hidden behind every single action. Feline behavior experts have studied these habits for years and uncovered fascinating explanations for their most common quirks. Here are 16 strange things your cat does and what they actually mean. And the very last explanation, regarding why they suddenly climb or jump on you, will radically change your perspective. First, why does your cat feel the need to knead you with its paws like dough? This ritual, often called making biscuits, dates back to early infancy, when a kitten would press against its mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. An adult cat reproduces this gesture when it feels a state of absolute happiness, perfect safety, and deep love. It is literally returning to a kitten-like state of bliss in your presence. This is the highest form of compliment. Kneading triggers the release of endorphins, plunging the animal into a trance-like state. Claws often extend involuntarily. The cat does not intend to hurt you. It is a purely instinctive reflex. The more vigorous the movement, the happier the animal is to be with you at that exact moment. Some cats even drool during this process, which is another indicator of that infantile state. If your companion chooses you for this ritual, it considers you its mother figure and source of protection. It is crucial not to interrupt this moment of communion, as you would break a bond of ultimate trust. Simply place a blanket on your lap to protect yourself from the claws, and enjoy this silent declaration of love. A cat that never needs may not yet have reached this level of total comfort with you. Second, why does your cat bring you lifeless birds or rodents? In your feline's eyes, you are a mediocre hunter who risks starving without its intervention. Having never seen evidence of your predatory skills, it has decided to take your education into its own paws. Initially, it brings dead prey. For a beginner student like you, this is the elementary level. Later, it might bring half-alive prey so you can practice finishing the kill yourself. If you scream in disgust and throw the gift away, your cat views you as a hopeless case. It put in an immense effort to hunt and transport this bounty, only for you to show no gratitude. In the wild, mother cats teach their young to survive exactly this way. Your cat has essentially granted you the status of a large, clumsy kitten. This is an act of kindness and protection, not an attempt to scare you. Praise it softly, pet it, and then discreetly remove the gift. Its intention is to feed you and save you from famine. It is truly touching. Third, why does your cat enjoy pushing objects off tables? This is neither malice nor revenge. The cat is actually conducting an experiment in applied physics. It is analyzing gravity, observing the trajectory of the fall, and listening to the sound produced upon impact. Paws are its primary tools for exploring the world, and it touches everything to understand its characteristics. A falling object is fascinating because it comes to life, makes noise, and changes position. In their natural habitat, felines test prey this way to see if it is truly dead, or just faking immobility. Your pen on the desk simply passed the test and proved to be inanimate. Furthermore, a cat may drop objects to grab your attention if you are ignoring it. It has learned that a crash noise triggers an immediate reaction from you. Another reason could be the need to clear its resting space. In its opinion, a table should be empty to allow for a comfortable observation of the room. Do not scold it. It has no concept of the value of your belongings and never acts out of spite. Fourth, why does your cat meow behind a closed door? A shut door is felt as a personal insult by a cat who considers your entire home its personal domain. It doesn't necessarily want to change rooms, it simply demands that the access remains open to keep its options available. Controlling space is more crucial than actually using every square inch. The feline must know what is happening everywhere and be able to intervene at any moment. A locked door generates unnecessary stress, as the cat imagines a potential danger or an inaccessible resource. Once you open it, they often just peek in to make sure everything is in order and then leave. This is not provocation, it is a territorial inspection that you obstructed. If it mews, it is because you violated its right to free movement. In nature, cats patrol their boundaries several times a day. A closed door is like a wall erected in the middle of its kingdom. It is unacceptable. Leave doors ajar to preserve its peace of mind. Fifth, why does your cat try to cover its unfinished food? This is an ancestral reflex aimed at hiding leftovers from other predators and scavengers. In a wild environment, a cat doesn't always eat its entire catch at once and protects its reserves. Burying the remains muffles the scent that could attract dangerous rivals. Your domestic cat doesn't realize that no other predators are lurking in the kitchen. but the instinct takes over. If it frantically scratches the floor around its bowl, it is trying to cover the food with imaginary soil. This can also signal that it doesn't like the menu and is treating the meal like waste. Cats bury their waste for the same reason, to erase their olfactory trail. If food sits out too long, the cat may view it as spoiled. Offering smaller, fresher portions can limit this behavior. Remove leftovers after 20 minutes. This camouflage instinct will never fade, as it is hardwired into its genetic code by millennia of evolution. Sixth, why does your cat suddenly run around like crazy for no reason? This is known as the zoomies, or frantic random activity periods. It is a sudden discharge of pent-up energy. In nature, felines hunt in short, intense bursts of speed before resting for long periods. An indoor cat no longer hunts, so its energy builds up to a breaking point. The explosion is inevitable. It gallops, climbs and bumps into everything as if possessed. Its pupils dilate, its fur stands up, and its tail puffs out. This is not a behavioral disorder. After this sprint, it usually collapses for a deep nap. The energy has been spent. If these crises happen at night, your cat likely lacks stimulation during the day. An intense play session in the early evening will help shift this need to a more appropriate time. A lethargic cat might be unwell or too depressed to express its vitality. This behavior is the sign of a cat in full possession of its physical abilities. Let it express itself. It is the moment when it feels most wild and free. Seventh, why does your cat choose to sit exactly on what you are reading? Your attention is completely absorbed by your screen or book. The cat notices that your gaze is no longer on it. It interposes itself between you and the object of your interest to force your attention. This isn't jealousy in the human sense, but a demand for social priority. Your cat believes it is infinitely more interesting than any text and doesn't understand your lack of interest. The heat of a laptop is a nice bonus, but it is your presence it craves. Papers and keyboards carry your personal scent from frequent handling, and the animal is drawn to what smells like you. Additionally, a flat, elevated surface makes for an ideal observation post. Your cat does not comprehend the concept of work or reading. To it, you are simply staring at an inanimate object. It is dedicating itself to rescuing you from this boring activity by offering itself as a living alternative. Place a small basket or box near your workspace. It might accept this compromise if it feels included in your activity. Eighth, why does your cat prefer drinking running water over the water in its bowl? Moving water is instinctively perceived as safer. This is a millenary survival rule. Stagnant water often means bacteria and disease, whereas a live source is oxygenated and clean. Your cat doesn't know its bowl water is potable. Its instinct tells it to favor the current. The sound of splashing water attracts its ear and indicates freshness. Furthermore, a water bowl placed too close to food can trigger an instinctive disgust. As in nature, prey remains could contaminate a nearby water source. Move its water to another room, and you will see it drink more willingly. A water fountain mimics a stream and can double its hydration. Cats that drink too little often develop severe kidney issues, a major cause of mortality in the species. The choice of bowl is also key. Its whiskers should never touch the edges, as this creates sensory discomfort. Refresh the water daily, as the cat detects when it has gone stale. Respect its biological needs to preserve its health. Ninth, why does your cat rub its cheeks against furniture and your legs? A cat's face contains glands that secrete pheromones, its own chemical signature. By rubbing, it deposits its mark and claims ownership of the premises. The corner of your dresser officially becomes its territory. Your legs become its exclusive property. It is also a way to collect data. It analyzes scents left by others and covers them with its own. This ritual when you return home is a way to restore its marking. You bring back outdoor smells that it finds disturbing, and it must act quickly to erase them. This is a sign of total acceptance. It integrates you into its domain as a full member of its family. A cat that never rubs against you does not yet consider you part of its intimate universe. After this marking, it feels more serene because the territory is under control. Unknown visitors generate stress until they receive their chemical mark. Let it happen. It isn't trying to get you dirty, it is making sure you belong to it. 10th, why does your cat present its rear end to you? Lifting the tail and showing you its posterior anatomy is the absolute highest mark of respect in feline language. Kittens greet their mothers this way, and adults do it with trusted friends. It is an invitation for a deep olfactory information exchange. Your cat doesn't realize humans don't communicate this way and is doing you an immense honor. It is exposing a vulnerable part of its anatomy. which shows an unshakable faith in you. Turned its back to you without fear means it does not expect any aggression from your side. If you pet your cat and it raises its rear, it is simply encouraging you to continue. The base of the tail is a zone rich in nerve endings that are very pleasant for it. Receive this gesture as a compliment, even if it seems odd. Your cat has acquired its social codes and will not change them. It expects you to understand this level of trust, rather than turning away in embarrassment. 11th, why does your cat chew on plastic bags or electrical wires? The crunch of plastic evokes the sound of prey bones and stimulates its hunting drive. Some plastics even contain animal fats in their composition, which a cat's sense of smell detects immediately. This behavior can also betray a state of stress, boredom, or a lack of occupation. Wires strangely resemble mouse tails or snakes, making them a tempting target for a predator. However, it is a dangerous habit that can cause choking or electrical shocks. Put away bags and protect your wires with suitable covers or bitter repellents. Offer substitute objects so it can chew safely, such as cat grass or durable toys. Also check the balance of its diet. Sometimes the need to eat non-edible objects indicates a mineral deficiency. Daily physical stimulation drastically reduces these destructive behaviors. The cat is not being difficult, it is trying to satisfy a natural need through the wrong means. Your role is to provide healthy outlets for its chewing instincts. 12th, why does your cat start meowing at 3 in the morning? Cats are crepuscular predators. Their peak natural activity occurs at dawn and dusk. The middle of the night corresponds to the time when, in nature, prey is most accessible. Your domestic cat has not changed its internal biological rhythms, despite centuries of living with humans. It wakes up bursting with energy and does not understand your immovability. Its meows are a call for a collective hunt or play. It might also just be a little hungry. Serving a portion just before bed can help. An automatic feeder programmed for the night often solves the problem. Intense play sessions before you go to sleep allow it to drain its energy reserves. Systematically ignoring its nocturnal calls is the only effective way to not encourage this habit. If you react, the cat validates that its cry works and will do it again. Blackout curtains can help prolong the darkness and delay its wake-up call. Your cat isn't trying to sabotage your sleep, it is simply following its internal clock. 13th, why does your cat insist on sitting in a box that is too narrow for it? A tight cardboard box provides an intense sense of physical security. The walls protect it on all flanks, leaving only the entrance to monitor. In nature, felines sleep in cavities where no predator can approach by surprise. A small box is preferable to a large one because it requires less vigilance. The contact of the walls against its body reassures it, much like swaddling for a human infant. The stress level of shelter cats drops by half if they are provided with a simple cardboard box. This is called tactile comfort. The pressure on its body relaxes its nervous system. Additionally, the temperature rises faster in a confined space, and cats love warmth. Cardboard is also a pleasant material for claws and has an attractive woody scent. A box in the middle of the living room is the perfect blind for pouncing on your ankles as you pass. Do not throw away your boxes. For your cat, it is a high-value resource. Even a square drawn on the floor can attract it. The notion of boundaries is vital to them. 14th, why does your cat stare into the void as if seeing an invisible presence? Your cat perceives things that are completely inaccessible to you. Ultraviolet light, ultrasound, microvibrations, a speck of dust in a sunbeam, or a tiny spider on the ceiling. It notices everything. Its vision is calibrated for stealthy hunting and detects the slightest infinitesimal movement. Its hearing picks up frequencies up to 65,000 Hz, while you top out at 20,000. It hears electricity flowing in the walls, a rodent behind the partition, or an insect in the distance. When it stares at a dark corner, something is happening there. You just don't have the sensors to see it. Cats also see in the ultraviolet spectrum, which totally changes their view of the world. Urine trails, certain patterns on plants, or insects glow for it. It doesn't see ghosts. It sees a reality much broader than yours. Trust its instinct. If it is tense, it has detected a real visual or auditory anomaly. 15th, why does your cat lick your skin? By licking you, your cat identifies you as a member of its own family. It is practicing social grooming, an essential ritual for bonding a group. A mother cat licks her kittens to protect and recognize them. Adults do it to each other to mark their connection. This is a sign of deep affection. Your cat has integrated you into its inner circle and cares for you like a relative. Its raspy tongue is an effective grooming tool. It is trying to clean you and put your appearance in order according to its own hygiene standards. It also deposits its scent on you while collecting yours to create a unique clan perfume. Licking you upon your return helps erase the foreign scents you carry. If the licking becomes frantic, it might sense your stress and be trying to actively soothe you. This can also be a form of anxiety on its part. The salty taste of your skin might please it, but the main message is one of attachment. You are officially a member of the feline clan. 16th. Why does your cat suddenly climb on you from an ambush? You are walking quietly, and suddenly, your cat leaps onto your back or shoulders. This is not a random act of aggression. It is the purest expression of its predatory instinct in a playful form. In nature, cats perch up high or hide in ambush to pounce on their target. By climbing on you, it is simulating a successful capture. Your movements trigger its hunting program. For the cat, climbing on you is also a way to elevate itself socially and physically. The higher it is, the more in control it feels. Often this behavior means it has an immense surplus of energy to burn off. It doesn't want to hurt you, even if its claws can be painful. It is simply executing a high-flying maneuver. If this happens too often, it needs more interactive play to discharge its hunting aggression. Do not punish it for these impromptu assaults. Praise its agility and redirect its attention to a feather toy. A cat that climbs on you is a feline that feels confident enough to include you in its boldest survival simulations.